Hello everyone and welcome back to Editing Like an Outsourcer. This will be episode 4. Today we are going to go over a challenging white balance situation with an easy window pull situation. So thank you very much for Cody, and I'm going to say it wrong, Roche, for supplying these images for me to work on. So here are the actual raw files, and this is the photo that I'm going to go over for you that's in question. Or at least I'm going to try to. This will be all in one cut. I'm not going to edit anything because if I have any issues, I want you to see how I recover from the issue and go over things from there. So the first thing I would want to do is just take a look at the images that are supplied. And I've already predetermined something with these images, so this is the HDR that I did for a video, and it did not see the light of day because I didn't do anything with it, which we are doing something now. I wanted to make this a specific video. I was going to make this a part of the previous episodes, but then I realized the challenging white balance that comes with this, and then that's, the whole thing. So he does a 5-2 bracket, and I don't like, well, first, I would love to see all brackets come in like this, from darkest to lightest, or darkest to brightest, but we don't get that, so let's just go ahead and select all 5, go to camera raw, then we're going to see what the HDR looks like. If not, we're going to bring it in for a blending. I don't turn any of this on. You could tell the images that I was going to go over an episode, I did not. Here we go. Here is the HDR'd version. So I know I'm going to be able to get good window pulls out of this, but let's check out this white balance situation. So he has giant windows over to the right, which have a giant windows over to the right, which are going to cause blue to come in, and then you have some orange over here to the left, which is going to cause yellow to come in. Now, this is a normal situation. It's most situations actually, but for some reason this house has a great bit more of everything. So if I clicked over here to white balance for these cabinets and things, then it's really blue over here, and then as you can see, if I white balance for these over here, it's orange over here. So I want to attempt something that I have not done before, so we'll see if it even works. And I'm just going to try that really fast before we even fully edit this. So I'm going to actually open this up twice inside of Photoshop. One white balanced for over here and one white balanced for over here, and then I'm just going to combine them together that way and just see if it works, because I like playing around. So first I'm going to open this as the white balanced for the cabinets. And I'm going to come back in here into that edited HDR'd version on the blue side, and I'm going to open that back into Photoshop as well. So you will have two images. You could have duplicated it and then opened them that way. That's another way to do it. So I'm going to copy this one, select all. Why is my select all not popping up? Interesting. I may need to restart my computer and start this all the way over. Alright. So you have one orange, one blue. This one is correct over here, but bad over here, and vice versa. So I am actually just going to do a gradient and just see what happens. So I'm going to do the mask, and then I'm going to come over here to your gradient tool. If you don't see it, go into your tools and find that. And then I'm just going to bring this over. I'm going to reverse it. And the new gradient tools allow you to see what you're doing in real time, so that's really good. And then this little slider is you could tell right here, it's your gradient inside the gradient. It's your fade tool. So I'm actually gonna go all the way. I'm gonna do the entire thing. All right, so basically we just have a little bit of blocking off over here, and it's allowing most of the light in over here. And so if I bring this back to the middle, you can see it fades the gradient out more. And this isn't bad. It's not that bad. So this is what we have eliminated, and that is the color cast that's coming from the windows. This is now a workable file. So let's go ahead and run with that. So as far as the editing goes, I would start with the roof just like normal, because it does look like there is color separation. This looks like a tan wall and this looks like a white roof. So let's go ahead and do our normal procedure with, as far as this tutorials go, just selecting the roof where it would be, and we're not gonna worry about all the craziness just because I don't want you to lose interest in what you're seeing in this fully uncut, non-sped up version. You would cut this out better than I would, of course. And we may even show you how to bring that light back. Alright, so we are going to need to retain these brass fixtures. Yeah, that's the color. Alright, so do the normal, take this down to like, that amount, and take the whites up a little bit, and then fade this to like 1 or 2, and so you have good things going on there. I'm going to come back in and just fix this really fast, just because this is how I would do it anyway. And now we're going to bring back the brass. So we're going to click on that, object select, and boop, Control J. That goes to the top and it's back. Same thing, but we're going to do 2 just to show you that you could do 2 objects. Nope, we're not going to show you that it could do 2 objects. See, that's something I would have deleted in the normal edit. Bring this back. Oh. It appears that there is nothing there to select. To fix this, select on the background layer. Those are back. So we have made the roof white. I'm actually going to go destructive and just get rid of that because I don't need to edit that anymore. So let's go in here and just fix this light really fast. We're going to copy that and we're going to just paste it, or press Control J again. And then I'm going to go into my opacity and turn my opacity down just so I can see where everything is looking. Hold the Control button and then you can just move these little guys around. To make it look like it's lined up as best as it could be. Alright. Turn this back up. Now it does not look very good to you. So, no agent would ever notice the flaws in what you have just done there. But let's turn the hardness down on this brush and just kind of get rid of this little bit to make it look like that's a normal gradient. Alternatively, you could use the new adaptive brush and see what that would do in smoothing this line out. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, alright, well, nobody's going to be able to tell that that's from the other light. So that's a quick and easy way to do that. Let's now go over some of the color cast that's coming off in other areas. So we are going to correct for the walls. Now, your walls do not look like this. That's from the light toning. And your walls don't look blue like this. So what color are the walls? And this is where, as an editor, it's going to be difficult to get it right. Because there appears to be another light source over here that's lighting up this wall coming this way. This window light is pushing onto here and is lighting this up. That's kind of a bluish tone. And the lights that are above this countertop are lighting these up. So what color are these walls? Do we know? Do we have any idea? We have no clue. So it could be the same color as this, but I mean, I feel like there's a little bit of a color separation there. So let's just try and choose something from a neutral area the best we can, which is going to be somewhere in here, I believe. Even though there's a little bit of a blue tone, let's go ahead and just do a color layer and paint it in by hand. Hopefully I don't lose your attention. So is it that color, or is it that color, or is it that color? We'll do this. I'll show you a different way. So if you click on the image itself and just come over here and select like a part of this, section of the wall, I would like to bring this in, come in here. First, we're going to take this part out, and it can be left transparent. It doesn't matter. So I'm deleting that. Well, not transparent. Would like it to be transparent. It is transparent. So this shows that there's a transparent layer there, and then that's showing the background on the other side. Which, just noticing, this whole thing needs to be taken away. I'm just using delete for that. And then if we go to File, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and let's just turn this thing all the way up. And this could be a good way to do it. Or there's also Average, which is right there. And that just gives you an average color. Both ways will give you a similar type thing. And then that's the color of the wall. Or at least that's what I'm going to go with. That is not the right image. We're actually going to get out of there. Like I said, we're going to be working on a color layer, and of course I could color correct for this as well, and I should have done that when I've done the roof, but I was just showing you an example. So I'm going to turn my hardness to like 85 and just come back in here with my color layer and just repaint this whole room. We wish it was this easy to paint the room of a house, but it is not. And I'm actually going to just skip to being done with painting this room because I feel as if you don't have time to wait for that. Okay, I have unpaused it because I just wanted to show you what I'm doing next, which, by the way, that was not an edited cut. That was just me pausing the recording and then coming back. So all I've done is these walls and then these walls up here. For the next part, I just wanted to quickly show you that I was just going to do this little bit of trim and probably hit this wall back in here as well. And to the door, I guess. And I'm going to have to come back and paint those hinges. Because I'm a glutton for punishment on editing. Of course, you can probably see that there are mistakes in the wall that I edited, but that's okay because this is just a tutorial for you guys. Alrighty. And this is why I fast forward or pause, because there's nothing for me to talk about coloring in the coloring book, as I call it. This is literally just paint by number, or at least that's how I've always thought about it. By the way, this is not realistic, and I've always thought this could be misrepresentation of the property, because when you come in to see this house, there's no way it looks this white and crisp. I mean, sure, you could get like a perfectly white balanced 5500 Kelvin light inside of this house and make it look like, you know, it's white balanced and everything is perfect and the world is magical. But that's enough from that rant. But it's the trend, and we have to stay trendy. Alright, so that's basic, just basic. You could do the same thing for this countertop. I'm sure it's not as blue as it looks right there. Let's do these chairs though. For that, I am going to just use my lasso tool again, because it doesn't need to be perfect. We are just going to feather it out and then make them a little blacker. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it again, and I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. So here's my selection so far. I have gone just roughly in and out and around, and I just wanted to bring you back for the finish, where I am just going to quickly go around some of these things. Alright, so what are we going to do with this? So first, what can we do with it? We want to make it black, dark, make it look like how it actually looks. Get rid of the blue color cast. So should we desaturate it or do something else? Yes, we should just desaturate it and keep it simple, because there's nothing better than just clicking this little guy, bringing this down, and then bringing this down to make these more black, and then you've got a finished product just like that. Now, did it affect anything else? Nope, not really. So let's go with that. Good job, everyone. You've passed the class. Alright, so I did notice something. There is a little bit of a mess up right there. Just something I missed. But we're just going to paint that back. Alright. Now, once again, this is not blue, so that would be something we would fix. I'm just going to quickly just make a new color layer, which I just didn't see it earlier, and that's why I didn't fix it. Same thing with the windows. I should have done all of this, all of it. I should have done whenever I did the roof, or the ceiling, I'm sorry. Getting rid of color cast. You guys are thoroughly entertained right now. There's no way you've clicked off by now, watching me color in these things. Now here's a question. Would you rather see these without any voice? Would you rather me just color things in all day? Is that something? Just a light, rainy music in the background and me coloring objects? I've always wondered that. As a YouTube community, tell me in the comments. That may be my next video. Non-ASMR, ASMR coloring. Coloring in a House by Steven, by 7blah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we do the last step, which is Control J, Image, Adjustments, Shadows and Highlights. Come back in here and turn them down just a little bit. Do the mask, because we don't want it to be everywhere. Come in and select your brush. Turn the hardness down. Come back in here and just adjust these little bits with a white brush. Just to bring back some of the brightness. Alright. For the very, very last step, we're going to just turn these mid-tones up a little bit. Turn these blacks back down. Hey everyone, you are done. You've successfully white balanced and kept the color cast at a minimum and then colored things in and then just got rid of all the color by painting it in by hand anyway. This is the life of an outsourcer, and I hope you've had a great day today. I am 7blah, and thank you again to Cody Roche for supplying the images. If you have any questions or if you want to learn anything else, just let me know and I'll go over it as soon as I can. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day no matter what time it is.